Tonight we are conducting a paranormal investigation at the Widow House here in Portland, Tennessee. We investigated this location 10 months ago, and the owners have since called us back because the activity has picked up in the home. When we initially came out to the call, there were reports of poltergeist activity, mimics, and a few other possible entities that were in this house. Now we've been called back to the home because this activity has severely picked up, and tonight we're going to see if we can figure out who is causing all of this activity. Now we have a few people that we think it could be, but the most obvious selection out of the gate has to be David Potts. David Potts was the original builder of this home, and he's buried out back. There's also reports in the history book of this house that he wasn't the nicest man. So tonight we're going to try and see if we can move this individual or entity along and bring this house peace. Well, you got this. I'm gonna hit the road.
I don't think so. I don't really want to be in this house alone.
It's kind of creepy.
It is.
Like, it looks so nice, and it's a beautiful Airbnb that people can rent out.
But there's a certain vibe to it. It's got a certain feeling.
And when the owners tell you in the initial interview that the reason they left is because they had weird stuff happening, that doesn't leave you feeling good. Let's jump into it. So this investigation's a little bit weird for me because yesterday I went to an energy worker to try and have my third eye open and also get an energy cleanse. Now, this particular energy worker told me I need to stop messing with things that are darker. I told her that's probably not going to happen because I have a tendency to be really reckless. But we're going into this location with respect. Now, I will say, earlier when we were walking around the house doing some readings, it felt weird in spots. Like, different than it's felt for me before walking into locations. Now, I haven't had any apparitions that I can see or anything like that, but what I will say is it feels like I may be a little bit more sensitive. Could just be in my head, but we'll see how this investigation goes tonight. This is our first time investigating since I've attempted to have my third eye open. Here we go. But hello, spirits. My name's Kalani.
I'm Savannah.
And we come to you tonight with the anticipation of speaking with you and figuring out who is here interacting in this environment. Now, you've scared the owners of this place to the point where they've moved out, and now you have people that will come for temporary stays. 10 months ago, we tried to speak with you, and you did give us a few signs of your presence, but tonight we want to see if there's anything we can do to help you move from this place. I know sometimes you can make people feel uncomfortable, and there's a heaviness that can sometimes follow whoever this is, but I'm here to try and help. So if at any point tonight you'd like to speak with us, we'll have ways for you to do that, hopefully, and maybe we can help you move from this place. Okay, I wanted to get that out of the way because my intention is always to be respectful, even if we're going into places that could have something darker. I feel like it's very imperative that you bring respect, and that's something that I've learned and matured into as an investigator. Even with all the crazy stuff that I do sometimes, I still try and be respectful. Our first time here, the owners told us about pretty crazy stuff happening in these two rooms right here. More specifically, this one. So this is where she heard a baby cry coming out of the room. What's weird is in the history book of this location, there's actually a baby crib sitting in front of that hutch where she heard the crying coming from. So could that be a loop or something staying here, or could it be something mimicking a baby's voice? Another thing, David Potts, the original builder of this place, he is the only one that really has a kind of a negative connotation in the book.
Yeah.
So he killed his own cat because he said he couldn't afford to pay for a saltine cracker every day.
Yeah, he was cheap.
He was very cheap, and
there's really nothing nice said.
There's nothing nice said about him, and it makes you wonder how his and his wife's relationship was in the home.
Probably not great.
And I feel like that could be energy that gets stuck because it's not going to be anything positive. That's why I believe it very well could be him trying to lash out at people, make his presence known, because whenever he comes into the room, it kind of feels like he takes control. It gets a lot heavier. So David, are you the poltergeist of this house? Are you the one causing this activity? There was a car that just drove by, but almost...
What was that?
Sounded like something either dropped or was hit. Did we just hear someone in here? I didn't tell this other side of the story. So this is the room that when the owners first moved in, They had these loud bangs happening inside of this room. They couldn't find a source as to where they were coming from. And that freaked both of them out.
But they didn't know that it was happening to the other one until they finally talked to each other about it.
So when they started talking to each other, all of a sudden they're both like, the noise.
Yeah.
The noise.
They were both hearing the noise when they were in here alone.
I swear I heard like a... Something in here. Maybe it was something settling, but I don't know, it kind of feels a little off in here.
Yeah.
I think maybe this is where we should start. So we've set up a REM pod here. Batteries are fresh. We did a full equipment check. I personally think it's probably David because he's buried here. He had a very negative imprint on this home. And I feel like those are the people that would stick around. Like I don't suspect Maddie or Viola's husband to be here. I could be wrong, but I think we should start with David and work from there. Okay, David, I don't know if you remember me or not.
Or me.
Or Savannah. But we're back here to speak with you. We've heard that you've been very active. So we didn't know if there was any questions that we could answer for you or a message that we could deliver for you. But that's what we're here today to try and figure out. So if I'm speaking with David, can you please set off this device right in front of my voice? It looks like a red glowing can. If you don't want to use that can and you want to make it sound in our environment, you can do that as well. I heard that you weren't a very nice man, David.
And you were pretty cheap.
As referenced in the history book, you're a tightwad. How does that make you feel?
Nothing.
It doesn't feel heavy in here. Nothing's happening when we mention David.
No.
We don't know what time it takes either for like from when I say something, like if they can hear it when I say it or what, but I feel like sometimes I have to like think about it because if I go into an investigation already thinking it's one way, it sometimes may not be that way.
Well, I feel like especially here, he's the most obvious that you would think it would be.
Yeah.
He's the one buried here. So it's like...
But we have a few other people it could be.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe I don't need to just...
Only focus on him.
Yeah. We invite anyone in this home, any spirit, any entity, to come into the room. Please come towards my voice. I would love to speak with you and communicate with you tonight. Maddie, are you here with us? I'm trying to give them ample time to respond.
Yeah.
I will say, my stomach feels like it's kind of hurting.
Really?
Which, I didn't eat anything that would cause my stomach to hurt.
No.
I know people will be like, oh, this guy was
eating.
probably eating some Taco Bell before he came.
No.
I had a protein shake and like fruit.
And chicken and rice earlier.
And chicken and rice.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like sick stomach pain. It almost feels like a knot in my stomach.
Yeah.
Are we speaking with Viola? Holy sh!
Oh my gosh. What the heck? It was literally instant. Oh my gosh. No way.
That kind of gave me...
It's like she was waiting.
It gave me chills. It's like she was waiting for her name to be
someone
called.
to say her name.
I didn't mean to... That kind of got me going a little bit.
You think about like people are not coming here to... They're coming here to stay at an Airbnb. They're not coming here to speak to them.
Like most people that are staying in this Airbnb...
Are not investigating.
Are not investigating. They're
No.
just normal people booking a place.
So like you think you are wanting to speak and someone says your name. And it like, of course you would
Okay.
get excited.
So maybe she wanted us to come back? Because we had some interaction with what we
With
believed
her.
to be Viola the first time we were here.
Yeah.
But then anytime David would come around, it would be like
She kind of got quiet.
an oppressive feeling,
Yeah.
and she would leave.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta... Phew! Okay. I feel like I need to ask again. All right.
You need confirmation.
Yeah, I mean, the thing could just be going off. Like, it's...
You never know.
All right. If this is Viola, on the count of 3, I would like for you to hit that red light that you did before, hopefully. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh!
I guess it really is her.
I mean, the timing. Like, what are the odds?
Maybe she's got... The heck was that?
It sounded like tapping.
In that corner. Like you said, it's not a bad feeling.
No,
but
but there definitely
is
feels like there's some energy buzzing in the air. Okay. Viola, is this the best room for us to communicate with you? This is one of the hot spots, but I feel like we know the next room is where the baby had all the crying and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what if she's the one that's like tending to the child? Like, I feel like that'd be where she would spend a lot of time.
Probably.
Because like that's the dining room,
the kitchen,
which
is where I feel like a lot of people,
where the kids were.
The kids would be, yeah, you'd spend a lot of time there. So maybe we need to go there.
So what I think we're going to do is set up equipment in the corridor. I'm not going to go into the dining room area yet because I have a special experiment that we're going to try in there.
Yeah.
We're going to save that towards the end. But we still have to investigate the corridor and we still have to investigate the upstairs. But this was cool. Like the fact that we are starting with what we believe to be Viola, now we can kind of figure out, like, is she trying to tell us something? Is there something going on?
This is a pretty great start too, because like I feel like whenever you do get a response like that early in the investigation, it helps your energy.
Yeah, like I'm excited. Like I want to see if we can figure something out.
Yeah, so I think this is good.
Sorry.
It's okay. Keep going.
I got bad ADD. But I do feel better if it is Viola because then we don't have to worry about that like dark, oppressive David feel.
Yeah. Nobody likes the David feel.
Let's go in the corridor. Right, so we're here in the corridor. We've got the dead bell set up there in front of the mirror because I don't know if you guys know, but they say mirrors are portals.
So
we're going to put that there. Maybe that's a way for them to communicate. We've also got our music box calibrated and set here. So if anything walks in front of that, we'll have an audio cue that comes through. Now, they used to have a baby sound machine hooked up right here, and something manually turned that on.
Yeah.
So
they said it was the kind you had to actually like twist to turn it on. It wasn't like,
I think that was the final straw too.
That's, I think, what made them
That's what made them move out, is when that device just turned on.
Yeah.
With nothing by it.
Which I don't blame them. That's pretty creepy.
All right, Viola.
What? Did you hear something?
Maybe it's just you moving.
My shoes are pretty loud.
We also have our EMF device here. Viola, we have some devices out here that you can speak.
Yes.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, Viola.
You want to chat?
We want to chat. Are you the spirit that keeps moving things and causing things to happen?
Yeah. Is that you?
No.
Okay.
No. Is it David? You don't have to be scared to talk with us. I know that you may have mixed feelings about him.
I guess it doesn't have to be her that moves things just because she's the one coming forward.
Like, I wonder if she's the one that's here, but is there other entities that move in and out of this building that like to move things?
That's a really loud floorboard.
No.
3 no's.
No.
That's interesting.
So who's moving stuff then? Someone has to be moving. Someone has to be moving stuff. There's been how many reports?
Like, my first question is, why is Viola still here? Like, what?
Yes.
3 yeses.
Yes. Yes.
The heck?
I'm getting a weird tingle. I don't like when stuff comes in 3s.
You don't?
No, because like
bad things happen in
theory.
3s. What if we're talking?
A lot of darker entities like to knock in 3s, communicate in 3s.
What if we're talking to Viola and David right now?
Like, can you give us a sign without using a piece of equipment that you're in this environment with us? Maybe knock something over, hit something, push one of us.
Push one of us. Push Kalani, not me.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, that's using a piece of equipment though.
Can you walk towards my voice? Can you walk towards me? Okay, we can't see if you're back there. Oh, You move away from it, it goes off.
And it goes off. Okay, that's pretty weird.
Me a chill. That actually gave me a chill.
That's pretty weird.
Was that Viola that just hit the bell? It's like the moment you moved
away from that area?
From the spot, it went off.
And that's weird that you were asking me to move.
Yeah, like I just wanted the camera angle
to be able to see you, yeah.
This is David. I need you to set off the bell again.
Yes.
I don't like David.
That's weird. That's weird. Here's the thing. I feel like he's the little overlord that's like moving things and doing things to scare people. And then when you're asking, see, it said no.
Saying no, but he could be lying.
That's what I'm saying. He's lying. He's saying no.
Like maybe he doesn't want to be
But
removed.
whenever you start asking those questions about people moving things and doing stuff, we're getting answers that contradict those things happening. He's just lying about it.
Maybe he doesn't want to be moved out of this place.
He probably likes to just mess with people.
Like maybe he's angry that we're here.
Yeah.
And he's angry that people come into his home.
Angry that we called him a tightwad too, so.
Well, we didn't call him a tightwad. Whoever wrote the book called him a tightwad.
Well, yeah, but we're just letting other people know he was a tightwad.
Are you angry, David, that we're in your home?
No.
They both went off.
Okay, that's weird.
Yes.
Yep. That's weird. That's weird.
You're sending mixed signals here. Are you angry that we're... Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Time to go.
You're right.
Don't leave me in here. It's the door. Wait, it's the door. No.
Bye.
Stop.
I'm leaving.
Come back.
No.
The bell just went off
I know.
again. The bell just went off again.
I'm feeling weird.
The bell went
I've
off.
never felt like this. I don't know if I want to do any more ghost hunting. Okay, if we go that way and it starts going off, I'm my pants.
Okay, we're going this way. I just heard something.
I did too, upstairs.
What was that?
There's like a mumbled voice.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I almost just my pants.
I just said it.
Oh.
No.
Did we just hear you upstairs?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. What was that? I don't like the faint, distant sounds that I'm hearing.
Yeah. David, are you trying to scare us? Show me how big and bad you are. Come down here and try and scare me.
You know what's weird? I'm getting a pain in my lower back.
Really?
Yeah, like a dull, like achy.
I will say, from when we left the
Pain.
front room to when we came out here,
Felt very
the
different.
energy has completely shifted.
And see, I don't feel like we're talking to Viola anymore.
Viola's gone. Like
'Cause
whenever
he
David
came
enters the
in.
room, he takes precedent.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's scared of him or just doesn't like him, but the moment he shows up, she leaves.
Here's the thing, is she knows how he treated Maddie, because her and Maddie were really good friends. So she probably doesn't like him at all for treating her best friend that way.
Did you run away and hide upstairs, David?
Yes.
Okay, you're not going to like this idea.
You want me to go up there and do Estes probably.
How did you know?
I know you way too well. It's like I'm
Bright
inside
star.
I'm a bright star.
Such a bright star.
Am I your bright star? All right, so do
Is that a yes?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Is that a yes?
No, I'm done here for tonight.
What do you mean? We have a ghost telling us to come upstairs.
Yeah, it's a yes. I can't say no. You're going to make me do it anyway.
Estes time! Now I've got a bit of a surprise for you, Savannah, here in my old pocket. Look at how sweet Savannah looks. Crisscross applesauce.
So excited.
And the EMF tripwire. Now, I've got something that you do not like.
Yeah, I don't like the blindfold.
Savannah normally doesn't wear blindfolds in Estes, but we're turning over a new leaf this year, right, Savannah?
No, I would really rather not put this on.
Well,
So,
can you please entertain me tonight? And we've also invested in a new spirit box here. Now, you can actually see when this is sweeping, when the light
is on.
is on. So you see that red light on? That's how you know it's sweeping. If we stop it from sweeping, you will see the light turn off. Sweeping, not sweeping. So this is a way that you guys can make sure that we are actually using our spirit box, and you can see with that little red indicator that this one's working.
You know what's great is he says we're turning over a new leaf, you know, I'm putting the blindfold on, I'm doing it sitting down, whatever. It is turning over a new leaf. However, one thing that remains the same is I still don't know how to work. I don't even know the name of that.
I'm going to have to set this one for you.
What is it,
this
the
is the SB7 Pro.
SB7 Pro, sorry. My bad.
And we have some new noise canceling headphones. These are some Sony's. The noise canceling is very nice on these. So we're going to get Savannah ready to go. So we've got the red light on there. Savannah has the blindfold. We have an EMF tripwire around her in case anything moves into the circle. We can see it. Savannah's an idiot. Just had to test it out. I love her to death. She's not an idiot.
You have to.
I have to what?
Die.
I'm assuming this is David again.
Faster.
Look, I'm already fat.
Too much for me.
I'm already fat, David. You don't need to fat shame me. I'm trying to slow the rate in which I'm dying. Why are you so angry?
Home.
Okay.
20.
Are you angry that I'm in your home?
Figure it out. No.
I don't figure out 20. David, are you...
Widow.
Widow. Maddie's a widow. The widow house.
I'm getting that same dull pain in my back again.
David, were you physical with Maddie? I got a really bad cold chill coming from my left ear. I don't know if there's anything showing up on cam, but it's really cold right here. Were you abusive, David?
Yes.
Is that negative imprint what...
Take her.
Is that negative imprint what holds you here, David? Because of what you did here? Answer me, please. I'm so like demanding and polite at the same time.
Indifferent.
Indifferent. Okay, I invite you to enter the circle around my wife, who you're communicating through right now. There's pink lights on the floor, and if you can hear my voice...
Why?
Because I want to show people that I'm communicating with you, and I want to prove to myself that I'm communicating with you. So
No.
Just entertain me.
Hi.
Hello, who am I speaking with now?
I'm here.
Who is this?
You just talked.
Viola?
Yep. Return.
You've returned. Okay, Viola, is David still here with us? We feel like we've been talking with David. Is he still here?
Yep.
Where is he at?
Okay, I don't know if you're moving around, but I feel like cold air around my knee right here, like moving.
Okay, I told you guys I felt a cold chill on this side as well. Is David moving towards Savannah?
I swear it said Viola really loud. But I should say the name that, or the thing that said Viola wasn't a woman, it was a man.
David, are you trying to move Viola out of here? Do you not want us to know what she's trying to tell us? Oh my gosh. I feel like something just touched me.
If you're moving around, it's freaking me out. I can feel it.
It was like 2 fingers on the back of my arm.
I'll come to you.
No. Don't come to me. Please don't come to me. Who just touched my arm? Tell me.
Please don't.
Was that David? I just heard something in the closet.
Not wanted.
You're saying I'm not wanted here? Are you trying to scare me out of here?
Come on. Go. You should. Leave.
If you can touch me, you have to be strong enough to set off one of these pink lights. I don't know if this is just psychological, but it really feels heavy up here.
Go.
Like heavier than any part of the house. So I don't know if this is where he stayed or stays,
Don't want it.
or stays now, but it feels very heavy up here. I do not feel
Stop.
comfortable. I don't know if this is from the stuff I did yesterday or if just
Now.
I'm hyped up, but do you have a message, David? Is there some sort of unfinished business that you have here?
Stop.
I don't want to stop. I want to communicate with you. Viola was willing to communicate, and you just seem like you want to scare us. Enter the circle and try and touch my wife on the shoulder. I should have knocked. I invite anything.
Bully.
I'm not being a bully. Are you talking about David?
He is.
Okay, David's a bully. Well, let's see how much of a bully you are, David. I invite anything in this home that can hear my voice to enter the circle around my wife and show us your presence. Well, I guess you're just not very strong, David.
No time.
No time? Oh, you got plenty of time. I don't feel like you're doing much right now.
You think?
Why don't you step foot in that circle and show me you have the ability to
Not
listen?
today.
Why not today? Show me how strong you are, David. Enter that circle. Let us see your presence. Oh, I need a break. I need to step outside or something. I feel like I'm hyperventilating a little bit. Like a very anxious feeling.
30.
So you said 20. Now you're saying 30. What do these numbers have to do with anything?
Go.
Holy shit, what was that? What was that?
See?
Yeah. I saw. I heard you. Oh, the top of my head is tingling and my eyes are like watering. I literally have goosebumps starting to come out.
Please leave.
I'm not leaving until you give me a reason to leave. Can you knock again?
It really felt like something just touched the top of my head.
This thing is like actually...
I swear, something just would like mess with my hair.
This thing's like physical.
I am. 1,000%.
1,000% physical. I call upon David to come forward and walk into the circle.
Oh, there was like a deep voice. I did not like that.
I don't know if it's because I haven't been investigating as much or what, but I feel very on edge. I feel uncomfortable.
I don't know.
I feel anxious.
Okay, I'm done. That last like voice really freaked me out.
That was interesting.
That last voice really freaked me out.
I need to just take a quick break.
Body check the chair. What's wrong?
It's like it feels very anxious. Like
you feel anxious, or
yes.
the environment feels anxious and is making you anxious?
I feel anxious because of the environment.
Okay. Well, you're like making me nervous because I don't know what happened.
Well, so I got touched on like the back of my arm.
Yeah.
And then you said it felt like you got
my
touched,
hair. Yeah.
But right before that, there was a loud ass knock right next to me. Like I jumped a little bit.
Is that whenever I said if you're moving around, you're making me anxious because I can feel you moving?
It might have been. I don't remember because I was moving a little bit just
the whole time.
Naturally.
Yeah. What did you gather from the Estes? Anything?
Doesn't want us here. Wants me to leave. And then apparently Viola came through and you mentioned something about he was a bully. And I was like, are you talking about David? And she was like, yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was some sort of abuse or physicality that was going on in the home. But I feel like that energy could be part of what's holding him.
Yeah. Of like, you mean him being that way? Yeah.
But it is a very uncomfortable feeling, like being up there. I don't know what it is. Maybe we haven't done it in a long time.
That is, how long has it been? Since the UK. That's the last time we've...
So it's been weeks.
Yeah.
And our frequency in which we've been exposed to stuff like this.
We're a little rusty. Well,
combine that with what I did yesterday. I don't know if there's any correlation or if I'm just like in
your
my
head about it.
But
well, let's take a break. We can go inside, have a drink, some water, and then we'll get back to it.
Yeah, I just need a quick breather. Sitting right here is the book that the owners found in the house, and the moment they opened this book is when all of the activity started in the home. Based off of everything we've had happen tonight, we invite anything outside of the room to enter into the room. We're opening the book of history here. I'm also using something I have not used in years.
Dowsing rods.
Say what you want about them, but I've had some really interesting stuff with them, and I'm trying to tap more into my metaphysical side and spiritual side.
And not just rely on like...
standard equipment.
Standard equipment, yeah.
I'm talking to anything that can hear me right now. Can you show me yes with the rods in my hand? Okay. Can you show me no?
So
thank you.
Crossing is no, open is yes.
Can you reset? Is there a spirit? So look where we have that. It's our dead bell sitting in a baby chair.
And remember, right there is where the crib was.
And where they heard the crying.
The crying.
Am I speaking to the spirit of David Potts?
That's yes.
Is there anyone other than David Potts here? Viola, are you also here with me? Okay. David, can you show me where the front door is? Viola, can you show me with these rods where the front door is? Do you not know where the front door is?
Why does it seem like these work perfect for everyone that tries them?
Okay, so it crossed.
They would know where the front door is.
Yeah, but we don't know if, like, what does the room look like to them? What if it's just a giant white blur?
Well, if that's the case, then how would they be able to see our equipment?
That's true. I don't know. But they said no. Okay. Can you point to where you're buried, David?
That bell makes me
Makes me jump.
really uneasy.
Show me where you're buried.
It's pointing towards the backyard. Oh. Oh, wait. What the heck? It pointed at you. Okay. That's kind of an icky feeling. I don't really like that.
Are you saying you want me dead?
What the? I heard a knock.
Right up there. I do not feel good.
I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
Right, do you want to hurt me, David? Show me with these rods. Show me yes. If you want to hurt me, show me with these. I know you know how to move them.
Are you crying?
I feel really weird.
You feel vulnerable? Like something's after you? Because whenever the rod spun around towards you, okay, that made me feel like a sick feeling. Yeah, see, no, I'm good. That's
Wait.
enough.
Reset.
That's enough. I really don't like it.
Show me yes. What was that?
Okay, that was right next to us. That was right
That
next
was
to
right
us.
out there. There's nobody out there.
Oh my gosh. That was loud. That was really loud. That was really loud.
Are we speaking with the spirit of David Potts? Can you point to where you are in the room right now? Show us with these rods where you were at. David, show me where you are.
Maybe he's behind me.
Something like looking over there just feels...
They're starting to move that way. Nope, they're starting to move that way. No.
David, make another noise out there if that's you. That was my phone in the other room.
I literally just almost in my pants. I'm sorry, I know I already said that once.
That was my phone.
Okay.
David.
That was perfect timing. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Oh, I feel really sick.
David, how can we bring you peace? I know I've been trying to antagonize you, but I'm at the point now where I'd rather bring you peace and let you move on from this place rather than keep you here. Do we need to go see your body? Do we need to go where you're buried? Is it even possible for us to get you from here?
I feel like he just has to let go of things that he did. And maybe like it being in writing how he was is maybe not the best way.
It really does feel like something is moving this rod.
Really?
Even the slightest bit. I'm trying to stay as still as possible.
But I feel like the stuff about him being in writing might not be like helpful to him moving on. I feel
Is that one of the problems, David? Is that you're negatively represented in this book right next to me?
It's like written like on the paper, and kept in the house.
Is that why you're angry? Because your image and your history is
documented, and
that you were a tightwad and that you were a cat murderer
and that you were not the nicest.
Are you looking for some kind of peace? Is that what you want, is peace? Maybe you're angry because the last memory of you is in this book and it's not good.
Okay. Oh. I see. I feel like that's what it is.
David, if I can get this book removed from the house, if I can have the owners remove this book, will you be able to rest? Because you became active whenever they found it and have been active ever since. But if I can get them to remove this book from the house, will you be able to rest? Show me with these rods. I need you to cross these rods if you want the book removed from the home.
I thought cross was no.
I know, but I'm trying to give it a specific...
Oh, command. Or like, way to show you.
So if I can have them remove the book that has this negative image of you, will that let your soul rest? Is that what you want? Is that what you need for your soul to rest? Cross these 2 copper rods in front of me if you would like the book removed from your home that negatively shows who you are. Because I'm sure you weren't all bad.
No, I'm sure you had something that was good about you.
Everyone has something good about them. But you have to promise me that if we do this for you, that you won't try and scare anyone anymore, and that you will finally rest and go towards the light.
He hasn't even said,
It's picking up out there. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to cross these, or the deal's off the table. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
it started moving on 1.
What if you close the book right now? I'm serious. I'm not trying to fool you. I'm not trying to pull one over on you. I will remove the book from the home, and it doesn't have to come back here, but you have to make this deal with me right now. Cross these 2 copper rods that I'm holding and finally go to rest. They've taken care of your home. They've built it back to be beautiful, and people can get to enjoy your property. But you do not have to stay here any longer. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to rest. It's okay. You don't have to keep fighting. I know that you're probably upset about how you're portrayed.
Oh my gosh. No way. I'm like speechless.
That's weird.
That's really weird. I'm like, I don't even know what to say.
It's like I just had weights just lifted off my shoulder.
Now you have to talk to the owners though, to get the book taken out. We have to tell them, because we can't take the book. We have to talk to them and tell them that they have to come get the book.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's really crazy.
The fact that we had another device across the room.
Well, the fact that there was nothing, then it started to move on 1. And then the more you talked, and then finally that device,
Needed someone to comfort.
the bell went off, and then, yeah, they finally crossed. That's so weird.
I felt really emotional, like more than I've ever felt. But for lack of a better term, it feels like dead air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It feels just like everything left the room. Like, now it's just like light, and there, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like there's anything in here anymore.
But I think maybe that's what it was. Like, think about it if you passed, and the only memory that people have of you is written in this book, and it's just negative. You're a tightwad. And maybe because we were approaching it from the fact that I was trying to be combative rather than understanding. That's why there was so much friction up until now.
I'm sure the owners will take the book out, don't you?
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm a liar. I heard that. I am going to do my best. I will send the message. I will have them remove the book. But you cannot follow this book. If I get it to them and they get it out of this house, you cannot go. If you can still hear my voice, you have to stay at peace, at rest.
And I'm sure you know, maybe you don't. They don't live right by here anymore, so you'll have to wait on them to come get the book. But we can promise that we will talk to them and tell them that this is what needs to happen.
I'm thinking about just taking it, and
No, you can't. It's not ours to take.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to send a message to the owner and tell them the book's the problem. The moment they opened the book, the activity started.
They even said the book is the problem.
So I think for the safety of anyone that comes in here and for the spirits, the book has to go.
Yeah, I think so too.